Welcome to Movie Class by Pizza Flicks. Please stay tuned for today's program, but first, some tasty tidbits from your host. He was a founding father of Hollywood, the film capital of the world. His studio would become known as the Laugh Factory, and this is where Hal Roach developed his superstars of early moving pictures. In 1914, Roach discovered Harold Lloyd working as an extra for Universal Pictures. By the 1920s, the bespectacled comedian had surpassed Charlie Chaplin in box office popularity. The pinnacle of their partnership was Safety Last, which features one of the most iconic images of the silent era. In 1922, Roach made a comedy called Our Gang, with a bunch of regular kids just doing things regular kids do. The film was a smashing success, initiating one of the most famous comedy series in motion picture history. In 1927, Hal established Hollywood's first major comedy team, Laurel and Hardy. The pair would endure for more than 3 decades and set the stage for those that followed, including Hope and Crosby, Abbott and Costello, and Martin and Lewis. In 1931, determined to find a female equivalent to his boys, Roach paired Thelma Todd with Zazu Pitts and later Patsy Kelly. The Ice Cream Blonde appeared in 38 Laugh Factory two-reelers before her tragic, mysterious death in 1935. By the 1940s, Hal sensed a changing landscape in the movie business. He hatched an idea for a series of comedy featurettes, not to exceed 50 minutes, longer than a short subject but less than a feature film. The Streamliners, as he called them, were an astounding success, with 22 produced between 1941 and 1948. And now our feature presentation. From 1947, originally released as part of the Streamliner double feature, Hal Roach Comedy Carnival. A henpecked husband's life is turned upside down after he inherits a talking dog.
Mr. Turkle, your wife is asking for a divorce on the grounds that after 20 years of happy married life, certain acts of yours have caused her great humiliation and mental anguish. Now, in answer, I want you to tell the court in your own words exactly what happened.
Actually, it started when George came here to live with us.
Please tell the court who George is.
My wife's brother. He was almost all-American.
All-American what?
That is still to be decided. After graduation, he discovered that he couldn't live on touchdowns. So Emily and I talked it over, and she decided that we would give him a job in my investment company. That was all right. But when he couldn't find an apartment, Emily decided that he should come and live with us while he was looking. But, Judge, that was 10 years ago.
Mr. Turkle, this is irrelevant. The complaint specifies certain dates. The court wants to know what happened on the 17th and 18th of July.
Can't tell you. I just can't tell you.
You are contesting this divorce, aren't you?
Yes?
Well, then, what happened?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you.
In that case, the court will be compelled to grant your wife a divorce.
Your Honor, please. Your Honor, my client is under an emotional strain. Would the court please grant a short recess?
10 minutes recess.
Milo, I warned you what would happen when you refused to confide in me. I only took this case because we're old friends.
I'm sorry.
You must tell me everything. How else am I going to defend you?
If I did, you wouldn't believe me.
Let me be the judge of that. You know, you're going to lose Emily unless you talk. Tell me, do you love Emily?
You know I do.
Then talk.
It's hard to know where to begin. It all happened so gradually. I found myself becoming more and more annoyed with George. And then, one morning, need a body sigh. If a body kiss a body, need a body cry.
Milo, I do wish you'd be more considerate. You know George sleeps later than you do.
For your information, George hasn't come in yet.
Well, after all, he went to an alumni dinner, and you know how important it is for him to keep up his contacts.
Contacts, they haven't done him any good.
That's unkind. After all, you know how hard he tries.
Yes, dear, but 10 years. Say, aren't you up early?
Well, I didn't want to miss you.
$200 for a bird sanctuary. Who gives charity to birds these days?
Mrs. Belmont.
Oh, what are the robins wearing this year? Rubies?
Milo, that wasn't funny.
Yes,
Mrs. Belmont is setting up sanctuaries all up and down the coast for migrating birds, so they won't overtax their little wings.
they've been doing all right for centuries.
Oh, such a fuss over nothing at all. And you know how much it means to me to please Mrs. Belmont. Well, where would I be socially if it weren't for her? Milo, I dread to think what would happen if I allowed you to eat a heavy breakfast.
Yes, I know. I'd be in a hospital in a week. But George has a heavy breakfast.
George has a wonderful constitution.
Morning, Emily. Morning, Milo. Kathy, bring me my usual. 4 eggs and...
I know, with some ham and a stack of wheat. It's on the fire now, Mr. George.
Don't dally, Kathy. Remember, I'm a growing boy.
I was reading the financial page.
I'll give it back to you as soon as I've read Dick Tracy.
Hi, Mother.
Good morning, Debbie, darling.
Hi, Dad. Daddy, I've got a surprise for you. I got a new fur coat yesterday. Oh, you'll love it. It's a dream.
How much did the dream cost?
Oh, Daddy, why do you always have to bring up the money angle?
I wish you'd stop charging things without my permission.
Now, Milo, don't break the kid's spirit.
How about breaking me?
Milo.
Daddy, you're going to be late for work.
Yes, dear, hurry. It's 8:44.
We sure missed you at the banquet last night, Milo. Drank a lot of toast in your honor. I don't think I better come in today. I wouldn't be any good.
Morning, Mr. Turco.
Good morning, Mr.
10 o'clock sharp, Mr. Johnson.
Morning, Mr. Turkle.
Morning. Mr. Turkle. At 10:30, Mr. Saunders.
Good morning, Mr. Turtle.
Morning, Miss Weldon. Good morning, Miss Hart.
Good morning. Happy wedding anniversary.
Oh, thank you. Did the package come from Tilford's?
They said it would be here this afternoon.
Good. Now what's on the calendar?
A full day. Yes?
Mr. Cadwallader to see Mr. Turkle.
Oh, send him in. Oh, Miss Hart, tell Harris that he'll have to take over George Baxter's work.
What, again? Cadwallader.
Good morning, Milo.
Good morning, Henry. What's on your mind?
Our friend and client, McMasters, departed this vale of tears at 11:45 last night.
No.
Yes, and his last will and testament is a dilly.
Dilly?
But airtight. And it was witnessed by Fifi Latour and Ruby Rowland.
Are they the Dillies?
Very desirable ones. The will cuts off all no good relatives with $1 each.
No. Then who gets the money?
With the exception of the sum of $10,000 which I bequeath to Joseph McMasters.
Joseph McMaster?
Yes.
Who is he?
I brought him with me.
Bring him in.
Well, this is such a nice office, I hesitated to...
Nonsense. Bring him in.
All right. This is Joseph McMasters.
You're joking.
Not at all.
$10,000 for a dog?
That isn't all. This will interest you. Therefore, to my lifelong friend, Milo Turkle, I leave my most treasured possession.
Lifelong friend, and he leaves me a dog?
You know, he was exceptionally fond of Joe. Several times he told me the dog had changed his whole life. Well, I guess I'll have to be going.
It's 7 o'clock, Mr. Turkle.
Oh.
Here's your package from the jeweler.
Is Emily going to be surprised? You know, I have an idea that she thinks that I've forgotten about our anniversary. At least she didn't mention it this morning. You know, Mrs. Turkle and I haven't gone out much lately. But we always make a big thing of our anniversary.
I'll say you do.
I chose this necklace because she envies the one Mrs. Belmont wears.
And is this like it?
Much bigger and much better. I'll have to hurry.
Oh, Mr. Turkle.
Yes.
You forgot something.
Did I?
Hello, Cornelius.
Hello, Mrs. Turkle.
Debbie, I simply must leave. Mrs. Belmont's counting on me. It's terribly important. The birds are migrating weeks ahead of schedule.
There's a real emergency.
Darling, when Father arrives, give him my love and wish him happy anniversary. Oh, yes, and be sure to tell him to have his dinner at the club.
I will, Mother.
Good night.
Evening, Mrs. Turkle.
There's quite a party going on in your apartment.
Really? You shouldn't have told me. That's probably a surprise party for me. Well. I think you like Emily, Joe. Wasn't it nice of her to think of surprising me? I tell you what. Suppose we surprise her. Surprise! Debbie,
Hello, Daddy.
where's your mother?
Oh, she had to go to the Belmont. Said it was terribly important. Something about the birds migrating early. Uncle George took her. And you're to grab your dinner at the club.
Swell party, Mr. Turkle. Yes, isn't it?
Oh, Dad. I forgot. Mother said happy anniversary.
What's in a mystery gardenia?
Mystery gardenias, zombies, and volcanoes are the same. Two of them, and you go out here talking to yourself. Now you look like you should have a nice glass of sherry.
I'll have a mystery gardenia. This is my anniversary. I was married 20 years ago today. You mentioned something about a sherry.
Once you start these things, Bud, you can't stop them. It's dangerous. The gardenia eats up all the poison.
It's delicious.
Excuse me, Louis. Oh, it's beautiful. Is it real?
Of course it's real. It's for my wife.
Your wife? You must have done something awfully hard to forgive. Oh, may I?
Why, certainly.
How many times I have to tell you to leave these barflies alone?
Are you married?
Married? Me? Yes, I am.
Fill it up again, please.
Oh, it's beautiful. Do you mind if I try it on?
Why, no, not at all.
Oh.
Why, you broken down old wolf. I don't know why I put up with a dizzy dame like you. I ought to black both your eyes. How did you look walking around with a broken nose? You think you like that? Sit down.
Now, see here. You're no gentleman. No? You can't speak to a lady like that.
Oh, I can't.
No. Positively not.
Good heavens, what street?
Keep cool. I'll take care of it.
You all right?
I think so.
Mister, never interfere between a guy and his dame. If he don't sock you, she will. Better sit in this booth. I'll get your drink.
Happy anniversary. I remember our first one. We went to a baseball game and ate hamburgers and had a wonderful time. Now I bring her orchids and diamonds, and she isn't even home. She's never home anymore. You ought to be glad you're a dog.
I am.
No worries, no brother-in-laws,
No taxes.
no bird sanctuaries. That's funny. I could have sworn somebody answered me.
I did.
Oh, you. You!
Well, you don't have to say it like that.
Start over again. I said that you ought to be glad you're a dog.
And I said, I am.
And I said... Wait a minute.
Do I look all right to you? For a guy that just wrapped himself around 2 mystery gardenias, you look swell.
Thanks very much. You're drunk.
I am not.
You're drunk, or you wouldn't be talking.
I only talk when it's important.
Why, a philosopher, aren't you?
Let's just call it common sense. That's what I taught McMasters.
And you taught him how to have a good time?
Well, Fifi Latour and Ruby Rowland were attorneys at law.
I know. They were dillies.
Want their telephone numbers?
Indeed, no. None of that. I love Emily.
Then why do you let her push you around?
Oh, you mean I should assert myself?
Natch, put your foot down. Be a brute.
Me? A brute?
Sure. Like, Humphrey Bogart.
Brute. Like Humphrey Bogart. That's me. From now on, I'm taking over. See?
I hope Bogart doesn't hear about this.
Just to think that my little baby is going to be Mrs. Cornelius Belmont III.
Here's to a short engagement and a long marriage.
Well, shouldn't we wait for Mr. Turkle?
Oh, no, it isn't necessary. Milo never touches intoxicants. Milo!
He tripped me.
Milo, you're drunk. How dare you come in here like that?
This is my house, and I'll come in any way I like.
Oh, Daddy, aren't you ashamed? In front of Cornelius.
Oh, dear, and just as we were drinking a toast to Debbie's engagement.
Oh. You gonna marry my daughter?
Well, I hope to, sir.
You're a sucker.
If you have any money, you'll be broke in a month. Where you gonna live? In a bird sanctuary?
Now, take it easy, old-timer.
Don't call me old-timer.
George, can't you do something?
Milo, I can't permit you to talk to Emily and Debbie like that.
Shut up!
Ho, ho! I guess I'll just have to throw you in bed.
Oh, just try it and I'll punch you right in the nose. Ho, 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 ho.
Milo Turkle, I demand to know where you've been.
I won't tell you. And don't you tell her either.
How loud can a guy get? Turn over.
Punch me in the nose, eh? After all I've done for him.
And he meant it too.
Huh?
Oh, but I'm sure he'll be most ashamed of himself this morning.
But, Mother, the way he talked to Cornelius, I'll be out of the family before I'm in it.
Now, don't worry, either of you. I'm going to be very firm with him.
Shut your mouth, Kathy, and pour me some coffee.
Milo!
Hey, I was reading the sports page.
Sit down.
Daddy!
And you, young lady, take back that fur coat. And in the future, don't charge things to me without my permission.
But, Daddy!
Closed issue. You're getting out of shape.
Milo!
And another thing. I'm sick and tired of your being a stooge for Mrs. Belmont.
Oh!
Let her get another bird back. And when I come home tonight, you'll be here. Syrup. I never would have believed it. I never would have believed it. Thanks.
I'm proud of you. You sure told him off.
I was good, wasn't I? I even surprised myself. You don't think I was too hard on Emily, do you?
I told you. Dames thrive on that kind of stuff.
Yeah. 10:15. How did that happen? I've never been late for business before in my life.
Relax. What you need is a vacation.
Of course I'd like a vacation. Who wouldn't? But I can't get away. Vacation. You may know a lot of things, Joe, but I know my business. It's a one-man business, and it wouldn't last 15 minutes without me. You know why? Don't answer, I'll tell you. My clients wouldn't think of discussing their problems with anyone except me. Go ahead, sneer. What are you gaping at?
For a minute, I thought you were talking to that dog.
I was. Oh. Oh, Miss Hart, this is terrible. Things must be in an awful mess.
Not at all.
Yes, but the compliment count, I was going to take care of that at 9 o'clock.
Mr. Long took care of it.
Yes, but I was going to ask 10%.
Mr. Long got 12, and Mrs. Conklin was more than satisfied.
Yes, but the Peck deal. Where's all my work?
I parceled it out. I gave some to Mr. Huber, some to Mr. Walrod, and some to Mr. Seawright. Everything's going along very smoothly.
See what I mean?
It's unbelievable. Maybe I could take a vacation for a few days, or maybe for a week.
Go for a month.
That's an idea. Wait till I tell Emily that I've taken Charlie Peters' place up in Maine for the rest of the summer. Oh, will she be pleased?
I know a poodle in Maine.
See, I got the necklace and the flowers. Come on. Poor Emily. I'll bet she's been crying her eyes out all day. Emily! Oh, Emily! Milo, we can no longer tolerate your brutal and abusive manner.
Mm-hmm.
When when you have come to your senses and are ready to apologize, you may send me a message in care of my sister Grace. Emily, you and your Humphrey Bogart. Do you realize my wife has left me?
Just a normal reaction. Calling up a tomato?
I'm going to call Emily and beg her to come back to me.
Sucker.
I'm not listening to you anymore.
Hello. Yes, this is Grace. Emily. Oh, she doesn't want to talk to you.
And I don't blame her. I was positively shocked by the ungentlemanly way you spoke to poor Emily. How could you, Milo? Goodbye.
Maybe I should have talked to him.
A little suffering will do him good.
George is right, dear. I shall never forgive myself if anything happens to him.
Well, now, don't worry, Emily. Starting in the morning, I'm going to keep an eye on him.
You've been nothing but a headache to me ever since I got you. What I ought to do is... Yeah.
You wouldn't dare. Get that out of your head, too. Brother, you're in trouble, and you need me.
A man's best friend is his dog.
Don't you know any babes?
I used to call my wife Babe.
Yipe! Look who's coming.
Duck, she might recognize us. Joe, stop! Joe! Joe, stop! Joe!
It's the necklace man. Remember me? Gorgeous Gilmore.
Remember you. Where's that man, that Louis fellow?
Oh, forget him.
I'm sorry about what happened just now.
Oh, it's all right. What a cute little dog.
You wouldn't like him if you knew him. Are you sure that Louis man isn't following you?
Not after the beef we had last night. All we ever do is fight. 1 minute he's nice to me, and the next minute he wants to sock me in the eye. Sometimes I wonder if life's worth it. What do you think?
I don't think life's worth it.
You're awfully sweet to stick up for me last night. Look, you and I need a little cheering up. Suppose we go to some quiet little nightclub.
Oh, I don't think I could do that. You see, I'm a married man. You'd better run along.
Well.
Brother, did you butch that up? Now I gotta do it the hard way.
No, Joe, no! Oh, I'm sorry.
You double-crossing little rat!
I didn't push you in. It wasn't me. Honest.
I'll show you. I suppose you think it's funny.
Oh.
Picking on a poor defenseless woman.
Don't. I didn't push you in. Honest. It wasn't me. Ow, stop.
Look at me. My dress, my best dress ruined.
Now, don't get excited. You stay right here and I'll go and buy you another dress.
Oh, no, you don't. You know the stores are closed.
They are?
Yes.
Oh.
And don't just stand there. Do something.
Well. Oh, I live right over there. There must be a dress around there somewhere. You stay here in the bushes and I'll go and get them.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not running out and leave me here. I'm sticking right with you until I get another dress.
Oh. I'll go see what I can find for you to wear.
Yes, hurry. I'm freezing to death.
Oh, you better get those wet things off. They took all their things. You'll have to wear what you've got. Oh! Great Scott, you can't run around like that.
What have you done with my clothes?
Don't look at me like that. The last time I saw them, you were in them.
Oh, don't give me that. I put them on the chair in the bedroom, and now they're gone.
That's impossible. Oh, no, it's not impossible. No,
Stop horsing around and get my clothes.
no, Miss Gilmore. I figured as long as I had to buy you a new dress, I'd buy you a whole new outfit.
Oh, that's swell. But what about tonight?
Oh, yes, tonight. You could go home in one of my suits.
Are you kidding? If Louis ever saw me, he'd kill me. And you, too.
Oh. Then there's only one thing for you to do. You'll have to sleep here. In my wife's room. You lock your door. And I'll lock mine.
Hello? This is gorgeous. Is Louis there? Oh, hello, Louis. I bet you can't guess where I am.
Ah, you're probably in some rat hole.
I am not. I'm in the most beautiful apartment you've ever seen. It is not. It's the Peyton Arms. And you can go there, too.
Emily, I just saw Milo come out of a lingerie shop loaded down with bundles.
Oh, well, that settles it, Emily. Once a man starts that sort of thing, there's only one alternative. Get rid of him.
And quick with a good lawyer. I know just the man, a fraternity brother of mine.
George, you've said just about enough. There's one thing you both seem to forget. I love Milo. Maybe he was buying things for some other woman. Well, if he was, it's certain she's younger and prettier than I am.
Oh, now, Emily.
Darling, you've been living in a fool's paradise. Milo is a wolf.
Milo, a wolf? Why, he's not even looked at another woman.
Oh, gee, everything is simply beautiful. I just can't wait to get into them.
I can't wait either. Here, hurry up and get dressed.
Make a date with her for later.
Once she leaves this apartment, I never want to see her again.
Wait till we get your wife back.
And I'm not going to take any more of your bawdy advice. If I can persuade my wife to come back to me, I'm willing to get down on bended knee. Hello? Emily!
Milo, I don't know what ever possessed me. Can you ever forgive me, darling?
Yes. Yes, what you've done takes quite a bit of forgiving.
It's not too late.
No, it's not too late. Of course I'll take you back. But remember, from now on, I'm the head of this house.
Yes, dear. I'll be right over.
Put her there. Joe, you're a genius. Yes, sir. Gorgeous. Hurry up. My wife's on her way back.
I can't hurry. This doggone zipper's stuck.
Oh. Here, let me see. Hold still, will you? It's off the runner. Both sides should be flat. Why do these people build dresses with curves?
It's me that's curves.
Oh, not here. Here, hold it. Hold it both flat.
Now what?
Don't move. You'll choke me.
Wouldn't it be funny if we had to go through life like this?
No. Don't
What if your wife came home now?
say things like that. Stop. Will you stop moving around?
remember, I'll temper you.
Zipper, it got stuck.
The tie!
Yeah, I see
The
it.
tie! I can't.
Come on.
Now, Louie! Let me explain, Louie.
Shut up. We ought to punch you right in the nose, running around with a chump like that.
Why, he's a nice man. He bought me a new dress.
Who bought who a new dress?
Now, don't get excited. We couldn't find my clothes, that's all.
You couldn't find your clothes.
No. You see, after I took my clothes off, they disappeared.
After you took your clothes off, they disappeared.
Yeah. Now, don't lose your temper, Louie. Look, it's a swell dress. See the label? Oh, Louie, what are you doing? Don't! Stop that! Stop that! You can't leave me here like this. You big baboon! Oh!
Milo. Milo, dear.
Emily.
Milo, I'll never leave you again.
Emily, we're going on a second honeymoon. To Maine. I've always wanted to go to Maine.
Wonderful.
Oh, now I've got a real surprise for you. Oh, I left it in the bedroom. Now stay here and shut your eyes. Promise not to peek. No. No.
That heel tore my dress off. You'll have to get me another one.
My wife's back. You'll have to get out of here.
Like this?
Oh, no. Just sit tight. I'll figure a way out. Just sit. Go back in there and stay there.
Milo, you're trembling.
Am I? It's just that I'm so excited because you're back.
Oh, darling, it's beautiful.
Happy anniversary. Where are you going?
To my room. I want to see what it looks like.
Not there. I mean, the light's better here. Emily,
Yes?
have you got the keys to your wardrobe trunk?
What on earth for?
Oh, I just want to get your clothes out so you'd feel at home.
Oh, dear. I must have left them at Grace's.
Oh, no.
I'll go and call her and tell her to bring them over.
Oh, no. Let's go get them ourselves.
Come in.
We just couldn't stay away, Milo. You don't know how divinely thrilled we are over your reunion. I kept telling Emily over and over that your little wrist was simply ridiculous. I just pleaded and pleaded with her to make up with you, didn't I, Charlie?
Yes, dear.
Come, dear, and put your things in my room.
I'll take it.
Oh, thanks, but I want to straighten my hair.
I'll straighten your hair.
Oh, what a lovely necklace.
Milo's anniversary present.
Stuck.
What in the world's the matter with Milo?
Oh, it's nothing. Just excited about the anniversary, I suppose.
Oh, so that's it. Tell me, Emily, how do you like this hat? I just bought it today.
Very pretty, darling. But I do think the veil could be a little softer, don't you? More over the face, you know. Like this.
No, I don't think so.
Good heavens, what's that? You naughty little dog.
He couldn't help it. Could you, Joe?
Milo.
Yes, dear. Thank
Thanks, Joe.
Well, dear, how about my fixing some tea?
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Oh, Daddy, I'm so glad.
Me too, young fellow. Put her there, Milo, old pal. Oh, it's sure great to see you two lovebirds together again. Yes, sir. Like I always said, marriage is like the great game of football. After the battle is over, there shouldn't be any hard feelings. This calls for a celebration. I'm going to mix a drink that befits the occasion. My Sunday punch. Milo, I'll need some help. Debbie, you get the punch bowl. Cornelius, you help with glasses. I'll need some orange juice, some lemon peel, bitters, and a lot of cracked ice. Bitters. Oh, hey, here. Hey, Emily, where was that
Oh, what's the matter with it?
Speak to me, Joe. No, don't speak to me.
Oh, it's just a trick to attract us all. Come on.
Oh, don't. No, that's
Why couldn't you stay out of sight?
I've got to get out of here.
You...
Milo, dear.
Hide. Hide. Disappear. Hide. Hide. Oh, here. Right in here.
Darling, we need some more ice. What on earth are you doing?
Laundry. Almost forgot to take it out.
Take it out, but it doesn't go out. It goes down the laundry chute.
Oh, no, not down there.
Of course it does.
But it hasn't been counted yet.
They count it downstairs. Did you say something, dear?
No, I just said, ooh.
Milo.
Thought it might have got stuck.
The ice. George is waiting.
The ice, yes.
That pipe's been leaking for a month. We'll fix it. Where's it at? Right over here.
I can stand a little bit more, my friend.
Hello? Is that you, Louie?
Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry for what I done, baby. You know I love you.
Well, you better come and get me before I'm murdered. Yes, that old goat. What I've been through, being pushed down laundry chutes. Yes, you're right. And bring me something to wear.
Well, just stay put till I get there.
I won't budge until you get here.
I'm certainly not looking forward to this. You know what a stuffed shirt this Milo Turkle is. He's the dumbest man I ever met.
Hush, dear, somebody might hear you. Besides, Emily's been a great help with my birds. Hello, Debbie, dear. How are you?
Hello, Debbie.
Oh, Emily.
Why,
Mrs.
Belmont, what a delightful surprise. Hello, Mr. Belmont. You know everybody.
I think so.
George.
How do you do?
And of course you know Milo.
I trust the birds are all well.
Quite. Thank you.
Mrs. Belmont, may I offer
Won't you put your hat in my room?
Do you mind helping?
Let me take your hat.
Well, aren't you going to introduce me?
No!
Oh, now, don't be selfish. I'm Cornelius Belmont.
Gosh, you're cute.
How did you get back up here?
What Wouldn't you like to know?
I've got to get rid of her.
I was in a predicament like this back in the spring of 27. Ah, spring.
You were? How'd you get out of it?
I didn't.
You didn't?
No, this is the second Mrs. Belmont.
You gotta get out of here.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm not budging. Louie's on his way up here to get me.
Louie?
Milo, darling, bring Mr. Belmont in.
Yes, dear. Coming, dear. What am I gonna do?
If you can't get her out, the thing to do is to get them out.
Milo.
Yes, dear.
Milo gets me my anniversary.
Listen, everyone.
I'm so thrilled.
I want to propose a toast to a swell fellow and a regular guy. My friend, Milo Turkle. That's just it. I mean, Milo's quite right. Fresh air do us all a lot.
Something's burning.
Look!
Where's that? Wait a minute. Everybody out! Everybody out!
Hey, look what you're doing. You're spreading it.
What? Oh, I'm so nervous I don't know what I'm doing.
Come on, everybody out. Get out of here.
Don't get excited. I'll get you out. I know how to do these things. I was an air raid boy. I'll soak this sheet.
I think I'm gonna faint.
Now, get underneath it.
Hey, look!
Huh? Proposed.
Are we safe yet?
No!
Milo, who is that woman?
What woman?
Don't let him give you that stuff, lady. That's my girl. This old goat's been trying to steal her from me. Giving her clothes and trying to give her a diamond necklace.
Oh, John!
Dad!
No! You see, I told you you wouldn't believe me.
Oh, yes. I believe you, but when you get on the stand again, I wouldn't mention that part about the dough.
Court is about to convene.
Now, Mr. Turkle, you have just testified that you spent your 20th anniversary in a bar.
I did. I wasn't welcome in my own home.
Are you sure that it wasn't because you expected to meet a certain Jane Doe there?
Definitely not.
And your relations with this Jane Doe were strictly casual?
Yes, strictly casual.
I hope you're acquainted with the laws of perjury.
I am.
Then how can you, by any stretch of the imagination, refer to the presence of a half-clothed woman in your apartment as strictly casual?
Well, see, her clothes were lost.
Lost? Under what circumstances?
After she took her shower, we couldn't find them.
So she took a shower.
Yes, she had to. Her clothes were wet.
And how did her clothes get wet?
She was in the lake.
Oh, I see. So she went for a swim in the lake with her clothes on.
No, she was pushed in.
Aha! Then you pushed her in the lake.
I didn't push her.
Then who did?
Joe! Joe? That's right. He started the whole thing. It was his idea to make my wife jealous.
Oh, it was Joe's idea. Do you do everything this Joe advises?
No. I told him the jealousy angle wouldn't work.
What did he say?
Nothing. He just sat up and wagged his tail.
Now, wait a minute. Let's go back a little and get this straight. This friend of yours, Joe, he told you to make your wife jealous. When you argued with him, he sat up and wagged his tail.
Yes.
Just who is this Joe?
That's Joe. I couldn't convince Joe that I didn't want another woman in my life. That's right, isn't it, Joe?
Mr. Turkle, did you say that was Joe?
Yes. He's full of theories. Sometimes he's right, but this time he went too far.
What you are trying to say is that you talked to the dog. For a minute, it sounded as if you meant that the dog talked to you.
He did, Your Honor. I know what you're thinking. You don't believe that my dog can talk. Neither did I at first, but he can. He can say anything. If you don't believe me, ask him. Go ahead, ask him.
You asking.
All right, Joe. Get up on the table where everybody can see you. All right. Say something. Go ahead, Joe, and talk. Tell the court what you told me. Look, Joe, you gotta say something. If you don't talk, they're gonna think I'm crazy. Tell them about the time I was Humphrey Bogart. That's right, Humphrey Bogart. Come on, Joe, say something. Joe, look at me. This is Milo. Tell him what you told me about George. All right, tell him something else. Anything else. Look, Joe, you always said you wanted to help me. All I'm asking is a few little words. Just one word. It'll be all right if he just says one word, won't it? You see, all you have to do is say one word. One little word. That's easy, isn't it? Joe. Joe, please. Even a whisper. Would it be all right if he just whispers? Do you hear? All you have to do is whisper. Maybe I am crazy. Maybe I did just imagine it. Maybe they're right.
Mr. Gilbert, will you bring your client to the bench?
Yes, sure.
You must realize, Mr. Gilbert, that you have no case. It's obvious that the defendant is mentally unbalanced.
He's screwy as a bedbug. I told you I caught him spreading the fire.
The laws of this state prohibit a divorce under these conditions.
Then why don't you put him in the nut house?
It was clearly obvious from the testimony that overwork and an extremely unhappy condition at home were the contributing factors.
Oh, now don't worry, sis. I can run that business.
Can he be cured, Judge?
Well, that's not for me to say. But I should imagine that time and the removal of irritating causes
I can handle this, sis.
George Baxter, you keep out of this. If Milo's unbalanced, it's my fault. And yours, too. He's not going to any sanitarium. We're going to Maine, and I'm going to make up for all the things I neglected to do for him. You'd better find a room. You're not living with us anymore.
Pat, there's no room at our house.
You think I should take my swimming trunks?
Well, naturally, darling. We'll be swimming every day.
Oh, good.
Now, I'm just going to do my packing. We'll have a wonderful time.
Yes, darling. I still can't get over it. I would have sworn you talked to me.
Don't be silly. You know a dog can't talk.